You give a company 2 decades of your life, you build their biggest franchise from the ground up, and how do they thank you? With a demotion disguised as a promotion and a press release that lies to your face. Hey Geekly, Kikai Wafra here. Strap in, we're opening the file. We're talking about Marc-Alexis Côté. If you don't know his name, you know his work. He is the guy who has been steering the Assassin's Creed ship for nearly 20 years. Well, he is now suing Ubisoft for over $1.3 million. The charge? Constructive dismissal. Here's the breakdown. Back in October 2025, Ubisoft put out a statement saying Côté had voluntarily left the company. Sounds amicable, right? Well, Côté is now in court saying that was total fiction. He claims Ubisoft sidelined him, stripped away his responsibilities, and when he didn't immediately accept a lesser role, they announced he quit so they wouldn't have to pay his severance package. Now, let's play devil's advocate for a second. We know Ubisoft is going through a massive shakeup. They just launched Vantage Studios, a new subsidiary backed by Tencent money to oversee their heavy hitters like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. From a corporate strategy perspective, it makes sense to consolidate leadership. Ubisoft claims they didn't fire him, they offered him a role as head of production or a leadership spot at a new creative house. In their eyes, they were trying to keep a veteran talent inside the tent while restructuring the hierarchy to please their new investors. Restructurings happen. Bosses change, and sometimes the old guard doesn't fit the new vision. That is just business. But that's when I read the fine print of the lawsuit, and the business starts looking a lot like a scam. Because, according to Côté, these offers were insulting demotions. He went from being the head honcho, the guardian of the franchise, dealing directly with partners like Netflix, to reporting to a new head of franchise or overseeing second-tier games. That isn't a new opportunity. That is being put out to pasture. And here's the part that is truly cynical. Côté says he took 2 weeks off to process the anxiety of being pushed out, and while he was gone, Ubisoft allegedly told him not to bother coming back. Then they publicly stated he, quote, voluntarily departed. Why does that wording matter? Because if he quits, Ubisoft saves over $1 million in severance pay. Even worse, if he quits voluntarily, his non-compete clause stays active, meaning he can't go work for a rival. If they fire him, that clause usually dies. Do you see the play? They wanted him gone, but they wanted to keep him in a cage. They tried to starve him out of his role, and when that was too slow, they just gaslit the entire industry to save a buck and handcuff his career. It's one thing to restructure, it's another to try and trick a 20-year veteran out of his rights. Link in the description for the full legal breakdown. I want to hear your take in the comments. Is this just Côté having an ego trip about his job title, or is Ubisoft trying to pull a fast one to save cash? Alright, that closes the file on this corporate mess. If you appreciate the honesty, smash that like button and subscribe so the algorithm knows we are awake. Now, pop quiz time. Take a good look at this getup. Did you recognize which specific universe I am cosplaying today? Let me know in the comments if I nailed the look or if I just look like bad AI art. If you want to support the grind, the coffee link is down below. Catch you in the next level. This was Kikai Wafra for News Geekly.